Hi, everyone. Welcome back to As Told by Zink with your host, Samantha. I'm in studio with Lauren Rose. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So Lauren is my client. You're my client. I haven't had a client on in a long time.
I'm new.
Yes, a new client. And do you want the video that I found you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. It was meant to be.
It was the funniest video, so you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So before you go on dates, you just sort of you do like a screening.
FaceTime. Yeah, you have to get through the test, and if you pass the test, which is a FaceTime call, then you get to the next round. And sadly, this guy did not make it past the first round. And I knew immediately, and I didn't want to waste any other time, so I hung up on him mid-sentence. Oops. It really wasn't as bad as it seemed, but it was funny.
Did he ever text you after, or he just
did
like
text me after. I forgot what he said, but I deleted his number.
Was he like the connection mess up or something?
I don't remember, but I was like, we're never speaking again. Sorry.
Yeah, and then you, like, all in the same minute, then you went on TikTok and posted.
Immediately.
I think you were like, I don't know if you guys can relate, or what was it?
I was like, I know this is mean. I'm so sorry. But that's
I
what
just
happened.
had this FaceTime date, and he did not, like, basically he was ugly.
I'm sorry. He wasn't, okay, maybe it was, people say that FaceTime makes you look different, but sorry, I wasn't into it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
what I was seeing.
Do you ever like FaceTime Gen Z? And I feel like my boyfriend does this too, where they'll only have like part of their face, like it's like their eyeballs or something.
I feel like sometimes I do that. I'll show the side of my face.
Well, you're like, are you Gen Z or are you on the other side?
I'm right in the middle. I'm 97, so I could choose either.
So you
way.
have Gen Z tendencies still. Yeah, like he'll be FaceTiming me and I'll just like see like an eyeball. I'm like can I see like you?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like too much to show your whole face.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. But you ended up, that was the first time you've ever been on my For You page. I think that video went viral.
Yeah, I hope he didn't see it. I was thinking I was just like talking to my friends. Like I was recording the video as if I was talking to a friend on FaceTime. And then it gets over 1 million views. And I'm like, great, now he's going to see this.
Did you not?
I never gave him my socials.
No, I know, but like when you post stuff like that, what you just don't? You're just like, I'm sending it. Like whatever happens. I didn't
really care. I just assumed that they're not gonna see it, but who knows? Maybe he has a friend out there that saw it and sent it. I don't know what happened, but I blocked his number. So
well, I was thinking when I saw that, I was like, people are either going to think she's really funny and respect her, or they're going to like come for her.
Yeah, this could be a bad first impression, but all the girls understood and they're like, yes, queen, don't waste your time. Like, men wouldn't give you a chance if they weren't attracted to you.
You know, fair. Absolutely fair. Yeah. I think I've heard horror stories of like men going on dates and then being catfished and like just like leaving. Like she goes to the bathroom and I think I heard some guy tell me
men are worse because they'll get you emotionally invested and then ghost you. Like this was literally under 30 seconds, like the whole call, and we were only talking for less than 24 hours. So I just felt like, okay, I don't owe much. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, I respect, but I love that you couldn't even like hey, I'm not like into this. It's like I can't be bothered. Like I'm just hanging up and blocking
gotta go.
You.
Bye.
So yeah, you posted that. I reached out. I was like, do you have management? And because I was like looking at your content and I was like, I feel like this is, what is it? I always like to say when I see creators who are really cool that don't post partnerships, I call you guys like untapped talent. I'm like, I see an opportunity here. So we had our phone call and then we just started working together, and I feel like we just started securing a bunch of partnerships like right off the bat.
Yeah, it was literally perfect timing because I was in a point where I felt very stagnant, and I was trying to create more content, but I wasn't really getting brand partnerships on my own. So I was looking for that, and you just came at the perfect time, and it worked out so well. And I'm so happy that I'm with Zink.
Oh, I love that. I'll definitely have the girls clip that part for
Aw.
social. Just kidding. But no, I mean, it was amazing because I feel like you, like I said, I saw your content and I was like, this girl needs partnerships because you do everything right. You know, your Instagram, you do static images and more like fashion forward.
Yeah.
And then your TikTok, you're just like personality.
Yeah, I like to keep it separate. They're so different, but if you follow the TikTok, you get to see the real me.
And I love it because you don't hold back. Like you are the sweetest, sassiest.
It's the Gemini in me.
Yeah, you know, it's like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
Sour than sweet. But yeah, so I want to start from the beginning. So are you born and raised in LA? What did you originally think that, you know, a lot of content creators, like obviously when they're doing content creation, and you also model, you're not just a content creator, but where did you used to like see yourself like working before social media was even a thing? Like tell me your whole backstory. Give me the background, girl.
Yeah, I've lived in California my whole life. I don't live in LA. I live like an hour away, and it's such a struggle to come out here all the time, but I love it. One day I'll move here. But since high school, since I was a child, I knew I didn't want to work. I'm just kidding. But I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do because, like you said before, social media was a thing. I guess just like modeling and celebrities were the inspiration. So I knew I wanted to try modeling, and I actually did when I was 15, and I did not make the cut. But
wait, what did they tell you? Like, so
I think I lied about my height. I wasn't tall enough, and I was so shy, and they just knew, no, this is not for you, girl. But it all worked out, and it's crazy how it'll work out in such a way that you didn't see coming. After high school, I was in a car accident, and I was told I would never walk again, and I just assumed that that wouldn't be possible for me anymore after that. But it's crazy that more doors have opened up after that has happened, and I gained a following from sharing my journey, and since then I've just been working on social media.
Oh my gosh. I mean, destiny. Well, you and I are like spiritual people too.
Yes.
So like this is the journey. But when you started posting, did you post right after the accident, or did it take you a while to sort of put yourself out there again?
It took so long. I didn't post any like new pictures of myself for maybe I would post like a selfie here or there, but nothing showing what had happened to me until about a year and a half after. And then around 2 years, I posted a video of me working with a personal trainer in the gym, and it's like it just immediately blew up. And I had kind of been putting that out there into the world. Like, I swear everything I say comes true in some way. And months leading up to that, I had been telling my friends, like, I want to do social media, I want to be an influencer, and like I'm gonna get partnerships and stuff. And I didn't know how that was gonna happen. I wasn't posting anything like that at the time. And the first video, I think I gained 100K within 2 days. And this was 2018, so the algorithm was a little different, but it was immediate. And that video was reposted to so many different Instagram pages. And since then, that's just where it all started.
Did you feel like when you posted that, did you feel motivated and excited again?
Yeah. I saw, like, okay, if I believe that something could happen, then it will. And I've never really been one to doubt myself. I knew, even if no one else believes this will happen, I knew it would happen. And it's immediate. If you are in alignment with yourself and you believe in yourself, it happens quick. You don't have to wait very long. It's just, it took me a while to become the person to be in that position, like to get ready to put myself out to the world. And then it came so quick.
And then, I mean, 100,000
Yeah.
followers, that's not even views. That's
I know.
Not even...
It's almost at 5 million right now, but like back then that was a high number. Right now, a TikTok could get like 20 million, and that's the high number, but was
Instagram,
crazy.
That's really high.
Yeah,
because you posted on Instagram, right?
Yeah, it was on Instagram. This is before TikTok was a thing.
I mean, I love it. Yeah. And then that sort of just started your social journey. So, I mean, I love that you put yourself back out there because, I mean, I'm sure right after the accident, it was such an, it's almost like, did you feel like you were living in a, like, daydream? Like a fever dream, they call it?
It was like living the same day over. I didn't really do anything. I hardly saw friends. I didn't like to go anywhere. So that was like the first time I put myself out there and saw like what the possibilities were. And it's crazy how many good things can come from something that seems so tragic at the time, and you don't know what could happen in the future. Mm-hmm. But just trusting the journey right now.
Well, and you are just so independent too. Whenever you see your content, you're like, my first trip alone, my first concert alone. Meanwhile, there's so many people in the world that just aren't independent, you know, and I think that you're a major inspiration that you can do whatever the fuck you want, right, girl?
Thank you. Yes. I think that I've always been a very outgoing person, and for a while I kind of held myself back, and in the past year or two I really wanted to make the change to stop limiting myself. And a lot of times I would not go somewhere because I don't drive or I didn't have a friend to go with me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the things that I'm interested in, my friends aren't interested in. So I just realized concerts and like none of my friends are into social media the way I am. They don't do content creation. So sometimes you need to put yourself in the position to meet people that are like you. Like if you go to a concert alone, you know that you're around all these people that like the same thing as you. If you go to an event, you could network with so many people that are like you, and it's just so much easier. It opens a lot more doors for you when you're not scared.
I mean, what was the first thing that you remember doing alone that you were like, oh, wow, I can do this? Like, I don't need a friend or a family.
I went to a concert alone, and it was so much fun. I always get treated so well. I like get moved to the front, VIP treatment. So what's scary about that?
No, I mean, true. And I think everyone is like always in a good mood at concerts too. Yeah. Like I love concerts. I could do one a week. Like I'm just so like happy and at concerts. I will go with you to a concert. I love concerts. I saw you went to
Noah Khan.
No, yes, and I love him.
On my birthday.
On your birthday?
Yeah. Actually, that was the best birthday ever because I don't really like to plan things for my birthday. Just in past years, there's always disappointment when you try to plan things with a group of people. And I just took it into my own hands to do what I want to do for my birthday. And it was so nice. And he actually said something about, like, if you came here alone, I just want to say I'm proud of you and I hope you keep doing that. And it just made me feel so good.
Yeah. No, that's sweet. I love that. Yeah. And you can. I mean, so many people, I will even like bring myself on dates. Like I will go to dinner by myself. So, and I'm like, and people are like, I can't believe you would do. No, I bring myself to the movies.
It's so nice to be your own best friend.
Yeah. And I just kind of like being alone sometimes. I'm like, do I want to like chat with my friend for this whole time? Or do I just want to like be in peace?
Yeah. I like not having to worry about how anyone else feels except me. And I know that like I could sit there and not talk to anyone for hours and I'm completely at peace. So I don't want to have to keep a conversation going sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like that's like getting older. Like I'd rather like hang by myself. I mean, I completely relate. I went to like the movies the other day by myself. I always go to eat by myself. And my friends are like, no, I don't need you here. It's fine.
I would love to do that. I need to do it more.
The concert is more badass than the restaurant. I mean.
I loved it.
Yeah. Wait, and you went on a trip. Or where did you go?
Yeah. Well, my trips, I traveled there alone, but I met up with friends. I haven't got to that point of like completely solo traveling, but I have a few friends in Houston, Texas, and I went to visit them. We've been mutuals online for years, and this friend that I went to visit, actually, I met her because we both do social media. So I already knew we had so much in common, and then I had eventually become friends with her friends too. So it was just such a nice thing to go there and finally see them. And I have a friend from back home that lives there right now. So it was just like such a nice trip. And these were my friends. So it's like if I asked someone else to come with me, like they didn't know them. So it's just easier to do it myself.
You're like, I'm not sharing my friends with my old friends.
I mean, I don't want to bring someone and then have to introduce everybody when I'm like reuniting with my friends.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just all of this is so cool. And I mean, the biggest takeaway is you didn't let your accident define you. Mm-hmm. And you're still more independent than anyone that I know. So I think that's really awesome.
Thank you. It took a while, but it's been great ever since I learned that there's nothing really to be afraid of. There are a lot of things that are hard, but there's always a way for it to work out.
Yeah. I always love when you do like your home stuff. Except what cracked me up the other day is when you had someone to come in for, was it like your plumbing or something? And then you're like, but then I had them like put together my table.
My couch. Yeah, because they couldn't fix the problem and I waited all day for them to show up. So I was like, oh, so if you can't fix that today, I have another job for you. And he's like, oh, no problem.
So she's independent, guys, but she's also just a girl.
I get the job done.
No, I was cracking up at that. I was like, I love that. She just asked them and they're like just putting together whatever.
That's my number one motto is closed mouths don't get fed. And I will always ask because you never know if you don't ask.
I mean, it's so true. So let's get into your career with content creation. So you posted that video, you're going viral. You're like, okay, I have something here. And then how did you navigate like what to post after that? And then also, was it easy to transition from here's my accident, here is me doing like PT in the gym to here's my beauty routine? Like, was it hard to transition over?
I think I've tried to keep it very separate and show all sides of me so that I didn't get too niche into one subject. Like, I wasn't a fitness influencer.
Yeah.
I think right after that, I immediately started posting just pictures of myself with cute outfits, tagging, and I had a friend that would always take pictures with us. He would do photography, so he helped me get comfortable in front of the camera again, and that's really how I started it. And I know this is like a big topic on my social media where people always ask me, why don't you post pictures in your chair? And it's really just a personal preference. Like, I want my content to be about me. Like, obviously I'm in a wheelchair, it's always going to be part of me, but that's not, I don't have to post it and everything. Like, I just feel like if I post my wheelchair, that's all people are saying about me and that's all they're going to comment. Like, I literally get comments that say, oh, you're still so pretty regardless. Like, what do you mean I didn't say anything? I didn't say I was ugly. Like, it's just so unprovoked. And so if I post just a picture of me, they're looking at just me. And I feel like it just shows that the disability doesn't define me and you could choose how you want to be portrayed. And I know that what I want to go towards, like my goals are more the fashion industry and beauty. So that's what I choose to share.
Yeah, and usually when you're posting, you're like out and about. Like, it'll be like a restaurant or like you're like out in the wild.
Yeah.
You know, like where you're like normally you would like sit in the chair anyways.
Yeah.
So
and people think it's
authentic.
Such a weird thing. Like, I'm not glued to it. I could
sit
in a different chair. Yeah. People are so weird about it. But I don't understand. Like, what's hard to process about that?
I'm just laughing because I know how small-minded people are on social media that I know that they just can't like actually like understand the concept.
Yeah. but it works for me, and other people could choose to share whatever they want, but this is my social media.
No, I mean, and I love it too. And I think you post a little bit of everything. And then on your TikTok, what is really cool is you'll do fashion that makes sense with sitting down. And you always say, not every outfit looks good when you're sitting down, and like you show it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people watching that are trying to get fashion tips and tricks. And like, I love that you're diverse, but in that sense.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't really seen much of that. So I try to share my tips here and there because it is such a learning process and trial and error. And it's so hard to find what is comfortable and looks cute. So that's my goal, just to find the best outfits for sitting down.
Well, you always do the cute outfit, the cutest outfits.
Thank you.
Actually, one of my favorite, and I know this was a partnership, but the Elwood sweatsuits are adorable.
They are.
Like, I was actually, I was like, I think I need to purchase
They
one.
are the comfiest thing I've ever worn. I love it. But another wheelchair problem is everything gets dirty, so the sleeves on those get so dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the light colors.
No, that makes sense.
But I love them.
I mean, well, how do they wash? Do they fade? Or is it good quality?
No.
No comment.
No, this is not paid, so I don't know. I'll let you know next time.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, I mean, I'm terrible with laundry.
Wash well.
Yeah, I still am like trying to figure out laundry, I think, because I mix things together that aren't meant, yeah.
I do everything cold.
Yeah,
so
I need to
don't
start doing that too.
ruin
Oh my gosh, I've ruined so many pieces of clothing. And you know the brand Joa Brown?
Yes.
Not even hating on them, but
They're
they
so
stain all my
expensive.
clothes though.
The dye?
Yes, the like sweatpants.
Yeah.
It's like it's dye all
For
over
how
my laundry.
expensive it is, they better not do that.
Yeah, I'm just warning everybody not to mix it with other laundry because
Noted.
it dyed all of my laundry. Side
Oh my
note.
gosh, that's the saddest thing.
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. But wait, speaking of partnerships, what are your favorite partnerships you've worked on? We won't talk about the least favorite.
I'm traumatized from that one, but my favorite, I'm trying to remember the past ones. You guys have just got me so many deals in the past month.
I feel like the Dippin' Daisies are cute.
I was just
the
thinking
beach.
that one. I was like, that one, it's like my perfect brand deal because I love going to the beach and getting paid to wear a cute bikini. That's the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Any clothing partnership is the best. I also love when makeup brands that I love and use reach out to me. I recently had Milani follow me and reach out to send me product, and that's like such a crazy feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the beauty, especially if it's like a Patrick Ta or something, you're like, or Makeup by Mario or Rare, like Selena's.
Please, Rare Beauty, send me a PR package.
Oh my gosh, I love that when she goes and does the events in person with everybody and does like the videos.
So cool.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine like seeing her in real life.
Well, she does it all the time, so we'll manifest you being at the next one for whatever she's launching
Speaking
next.
it into existence.
And she's always like like when she talks in the videos and like
she's so sweet.
She's just very like soft spoken.
Yeah.
Like she's just. I'm saying that just because I talk so fast and like crazy, and she just seems like so like at peace.
I know. That's one of my goals, to be more well spoken, because I feel like sometimes I can't get the words out the way I want to, and I'll stutter, and I'm just like, ugh.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, when you're recording, it's weird.
The worst.
You should see when I do solo episodes of this. I'm like, start again, do it again.
Because I
don't
will
know,
refilm a video like 100 times. Sometimes I have to reshoot a paid partnership like different days, like 3 days, because it's so hard.
I mean, I feel that. I have to like, even with static images when I'm not talking, I have to like take 1,000,000 to like one.
No one has to know about all the other ones.
Oh
Like,
my
you just need that one
gosh.
image, and that's all.
And when you're like staring at it so long and you have like 3 to choose from and they look exactly the same and you're like delusional at that point.
You have to send it to a friend.
And they're like, they look the same. Like, what are you talking about? You're like, no, they don't. There's this like minor change.
I swear, like once your picture goes into the Instagram app, like it'll look so good in your camera roll. And then you put it in Instagram and everything starts looking off. Like, I don't know what's wrong.
I know it is. It's annoying. One of the things I hate about Instagram, but but I do like still posting static images, which you do too.
I love that. I hate that the reality is the way to grow is reels, but I love static images. Like that's what I have Instagram for. It's a picture app.
Yeah, I like it too. I won't stop. Yeah. I haven't figured out like the photo dumps though. I think they might be too old. Art, but it really is. I'm like, mine just look funky.
Sometimes I just feel like the flow is off and I'll just delete it. Like I'm not even going to try. I'll put all the pictures in the carousel and then look at it and like, no. Yeah, because I'm like,
I don't know if they go together. Yeah. Like, how do people do this? It really is an art.
To get an aesthetic photo dump, it's an art.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, I would say all of your partnerships have been really fun. You have had a lot.
Yeah, the past month, that's the most I've ever done.
I told you what I say. I said, sign on with me and I will make you money.
And I had no doubt.
You were like a little, in the beginning, you were like, okay, do I do this? Do I switch over? And
it was scary because I had to make a big decision to sign with you, but they kind of made the decision for me. So
I mean,
it all worked out.
And then I think we got you a partnership like day one. Yeah. I think we're like, oh yeah, here you go. I was like, I told you.
I loved it.
And so you signed with the modeling agency. And have you been modeling?
I have got a few castings that I submit to, but I haven't booked anything yet. But they have given me amazing submissions. So that just shows the possibilities that are going to come my way. And it's really exciting. I trust everything that happens. Like, I never think negatively of something that happened in my life because it's always happening for me. And it always works out. I swear, when life feels like it's going downhill, then it's like preparing you for something really big every time.
You're telepathic because I've been saying that all year. I feel like this has been like a challenge year. And every time something happens, I'm like, it's fine. It's happening for me, not to me. All is well.
Yeah.
So you feel that too. I'm like, just something about this year that seems to just be like, it's a weird year. But it's almost over, thankfully.
I really was told that I'm telepathic, so I'm like, oh, yep.
Well, wait, how did you get... So you're spiritual, I'm a spiritual. We talk about, like, psychics and tarot cards. But wait, did you get into spirituality after your accident?
Yes, but I grew up with my dad always talking to me about spirituality. I feel like my family wasn't super religious. Like, I never grew up going to church, but my dad was very spiritual. And we always believe in God, and everything is because of God. But there's so many other forces that cause everything to happen on Earth. So it's just like, he would tell me little things like, oh, if you find something, the fairies left that for you. Or if you give money, it's going to flow back to you. Like, just like very spiritual things. So I feel like I always grew up with that mindset of abundance, and it was so helpful to me.
Yeah, that's cute. So you were little, and then he was like, the fairies.
Yeah, he gave me a fairy box, and he would put jewelry in it, and he'd be like, oh, the fairies left this for you. It's so cute.
Well, I mean, I love it because a lot of parents like accidentally teach their children to have a limited mindset.
Yeah.
Especially with money, you know, and then they carry that on. But yeah, I mean, there's an abundance of it in my eyes.
Yeah, especially when you use it to help others. When you're not scared to spend or to give, then it comes back to you freely and it flows in your life more easily.
Yeah, it's so true. I remember even when I was when I was in PR before I started my business, I felt that so deep into my core that I would like overdraw my accounts.
Look at you now.
I know, look at me now. I'm in that. But I would get
I'm
that,
gonna be like, okay, good. I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
yeah, I would get like that, like the text from your bank, and it's like you've like overdrawn, like whatever. And I was like, it's fine, all
It
is
all works
fine,
out.
and it was always on like
Look,
stupid
delusion
things.
is the way to life. I
Like,
swear,
literally.
being delusional has got me where I am now, so I'm not gonna stop.
I mean, I agree. I'm very delusional, and I just am like, there's an abundance of everything. How else are you spiritual? Do you do like certain like manifesting? You're like, you're like, I'm a witch.
We don't talk about it in the secrets. I'm just kidding. I do write down my manifestations, but I really believe that affirmations are so powerful, and what you tell yourself and what you say out loud, it comes back to you. So
Yeah.
I always am saying affirmations to myself, and if anyone tries to speak negativity into my life, I really just brush it off. I don't internalize it. And this is the first year that I've made a vision board, and I just felt like that was so special to feel it, like if you're already living it, like seeing the pictures out in front of you. It's
Oh,
just so
gosh.
different than like just writing it down or making a vision board on your phone, like having it somewhere in your room, like where you see it every day. That's really helpful.
So you think it works?
I think it does. This is my first year doing it.
And you kind
I
of
think it's just
are you
more about the
printed?
feeling. Like you get the feeling of what it would be like when you already have those things. Like you get excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true. I almost feel like that is like, you know, when you're like saving on TikTok, I keep saving like a lot of like, I get like a lot of wedding content, and I'm like, am I creating like a vision board with my like saved videos?
Sometimes I'm not delusional. In the beginning of this year, I was actually saying, I think I'm going to get married this year. Have not found a man, but I believe it could happen.
Well, that actually brings me into my next segment with you. Dating.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I love talking to you
It's
about
like the
dating and
hardest
boys.
thing.
I felt like that would be a fun topic. I mean, dating in LA is hard as is.
Yeah.
So, do you have any funny stories? Do you feel like, do you hate men?
Every story just goes wrong. They're all funny because it never works out.
But you're a lover, you're trying.
I am a lover. I won't say that I hate men, but they are like forcing me into like just choosing myself and not even wanting to date anymore because it's just so hard. And I know every single girl feels this, but I get asked a lot if my disability makes it harder to date, and I don't think it does because these men just suck for everyone. And I've never really had anyone tell me no because of my disability. Like they'll meet me and then like everything will be going good and then they ghost me, but I don't think that's the issue. I just think they suck.
Well, maybe, what kind of guys are you going for? Let's start
If you were to ask my friends to describe the men I date, they would say I have no type because they're all completely different from one another. I don't know. I'll give anyone a chance. If you're funny, I'll give you a chance. If you're cute, if you're tall, if you're athletic, I am open to anything.
If you're cute, if you're tall, if you're athletic.
Yeah, because
I'll date anyone.
Because you can be cute and not really have a personality. I'll still gotta see it through, but you could be medium ugly and be really funny and sweet, and I'll give you a chance too. Actually, the last guy that I liked probably was not a winner, but I'm still sad about him, and he did have an addiction to smoking cigarettes. So, yeah, I guess I don't have the highest
Is he
standards.
European?
No, and he's actually only 22, and to have a cigarette addiction at that age is kind of concerning, but he was
It's like
sweet.
2024. No one smokes cigarettes anymore, except like in
It
Europe.
was like cigarette, vape, cigarette, 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 vape, vape. Like, just all day. But yeah, I've had
but
a lot
you
of
let a
experiences.
22-year-old break your heart?
Yes, unfortunately. It's because Raya just... I don't know, like something about men on Raya, you think that they're more successful than they are, and then you're
let anyone
in
on
too
Raya.
deep.
I've had interns like get on Raya.
Yeah, I don't know
these
how they're
days.
getting on. It took me forever to get on Raya, but I've not had a single good experience with the man on there. Actually, I mean, I do still like him, but I'm just like over guys in the music industry. He was a music producer, and they're on thin ice with me now.
I mean, try like maybe like a Hinge or a Bumble.
I've tried both.
No.
Both just as bad.
No, I mean, I have girlfriends in LA.
I'm like digging through the garbage.
Yeah. Well,
It's
we
so
talked about
bad.
this sliding into DMs.
Yeah, but I can't find anyone to slide into their DMs. I did meet someone from Love Island, but he never spoke to me again after the night we met.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
I think he likes ugly girls.
Well, he was like, he just got the show. He needs a minute. I feel like they get like a little cocky after the show.
Yeah.
And then people forget who they are, and then they're like,
He might come back.
he will come back. I don't think you would want to. I think you probably think they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you hung out with them, I feel like you would not
Maybe.
not be down with the conversation.
I feel like people are going to think I'm mean because I keep saying people are ugly, but guys deserve it.
I mean, yeah,
I don't mean like literally like disgusting
They have
to
ugly
look at,
souls.
but yeah, it's just my word. Ugly. They're ugly.
Well, any other, I mean, with that, like with your dating experiences, I don't know, maybe you're not, I'm a big believer in location.
I think I get love bombed and then they find someone else. True. I do live far, and men in LA don't like to leave their little bubble, but they've done it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, why'd you waste your time? You wasted your own time. He would drive 2 hours to go get me.
He would?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
Yeah, I miss him.
Oh my gosh. No, that's not cute. I don't know what happened, but other guys will do that. They will drive the 2 hours. My current boyfriend flew across the world to meet me.
Yeah, I don't think my soulmate lives here.
Yeah.
He has to be somewhere across the world.
And we met on Instagram. I think I told you that.
He slid in your DMs?
No.
Okay.
I slid.
I'm looking
He
for someone.
was liking my photos.
I'm looking for someone that has potential, but I am not seeing any candidates.
You need to do your research.
Yeah, I need to go on a search for new people.
You might have to. Honestly, okay, I'm a big believer in location, so I feel like if it doesn't work out in LA, maybe you're not meant to live here forever. Maybe you're not meant to fall in love here. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. And then another thing is maybe the universe wants you, now that you're not saying your career wasn't taking off before, but I feel like it's really taking off this year. So maybe the universe is like, okay, we need to like focus on
I think so.
this, you know?
Honestly, that's such a big thing that I've been telling myself, because around the time that I signed with you was when I last spoke to him. And I feel like that's what made me put all my focus on myself and just want to be more successful. And I had no distractions, and it was such a good thing for me. I was like, none of this would have happened if I would have still had him in my life. Whether it was him or another guy, I just needed that push to focus on myself. And it showed me what I really want in life. So it was helpful.
Yeah. And maybe you should try traveling other places too.
Maybe.
I mean, the world is you're in your 20s.
Seen something that said Nashville would be a good place to be.
Okay, I could see you having fun in Nashville.
I did like an astrological chart thing for my birth chart, and it said to look for love in Nashville.
And you love guys and music.
Country. Yeah.
I think I could see you dating like a country man.
I might have
not
to
a Morgan Wallen, like an actually good-looking one.
Yeah, we'll have to get me a trip to Nashville.
Wait, I love this. Yes. Oh, wait, I think I remember you telling, okay.
Hawaii?
Well, Hawaii, but Nashville I'm remembering too. I think you did mention something about Nashville before. I love that I know that you find these through like your spiritual practices.
Yeah.
But like Hayden doesn't know. And you're just like, yeah, guys, I think I need to go to Hawaii. And I know what you're talking about, but she's probably like, what?
Okay, I guess. She goes with the flow.
Yeah, she's like, all right, yeah, so
Yeah, because we've had like our side combos, and then I just throw it into the group chat with Hayden. She's probably so confused.
Yeah, she's like, all right, Nashville, Hawaii. Next, you're gonna be like, I need to go to London.
I actually really do want to go.
But yeah, I'm thinking that's like what you're supposed to do now is just
That would be
focus
so
on
fun.
you travel and make money. And
I would love to do that.
then when you're like so good with yourself, which you already are, you're so good. But I just mean like when you're not thinking about dating, someone's gonna just bump into you.
Okay, I'm not thinking about it right now. Just kidding.
You know, you're thinking about it all. You're like,
no, I've
don't
really
think about
given
it.
up for a while. Like after that last one, I really took a break, but I'm bored.
or
boring.
change it. Go on Raya and be like, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to like hang out and go to concerts and do fun things.
That's a good one.
Guys
might
always
have to
want
get
what they
back
can't
on.
have. Yeah.
I'm going back on. I didn't want to go on because every guy that I've had a bad interaction with on Riot, I don't want to see them again, but who cares?
You just unfollow,
I just don't want them to see my account.
Why?
I don't know.
It shows you're living. Sorry, forgot about you. See you.
On to the next.
On to the next.
I actually saw Noah back on there. I love him so much.
Oh my God.
He's so hot.
Oh my gosh, Noah, but
He's so cute.
he's sweet. But I mean, who knows with him? I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was
think
on
that's my
Raya,
type,
I would
though,
see like people.
baby face. He's so cute and tall.
Yeah, I feel like they put like people, but I don't know if like. No, it's not a celebrity, but they put celebrities on there, and I'm always like, I don't think the celebrities like see our caliber
I saw
of people.
Bad Bunny on there like twice. I'm like, isn't he with Kendall?
I must feel like it's like fake accounts just to like get
Maybe.
people to like buy the service.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe. You're onto
But,
something.
I mean, dating is just any other like funny dating stories you want to air out.
There's so many.
What's like the worst date ever?
I went on a date with this guy from London in November, and he was just from the start it was bad. I feel like not enough guys wear cologne anymore, and that's like a big first impression. And so into the date, we're talking about cologne. He starts telling me how he buys cologne at every airport because he travels so much for work. And I was like, oh, did you put some on today? And he's like, no, I actually forgot. I was like, yeah, I noticed. But he said he was pushing me, and I'm like, oh, watch out for cracks. And he's like, if I dropped you, I'd run away. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And he would just say horrible things the whole date. Like, he kept trying to humble me. Everything I would say, he would be like, it can't always be your way. And he was like, we're going to clash because you always want your way. And I was like, no, we're not, because I won't have someone in my life that's going to treat me like that. He was an only child. He was giving only child vibes. Like, he just didn't know how to act.
Jeez.
But he came to me, like, praising me, telling me how amazing I am, and then in person wanted to be making me feel small. I don't know.
Yeah, that's annoying, especially after you do your FaceTime screening and you're like, how
Yeah.
did this not like seep through the screening call?
I know how it got through because he was cute. There was a lot of red flags on the call.
Yeah, you just ignored them. You're
Yeah, I
like, whatever,
ignored
maybe
it.
in person it'll be better.
Yeah.
I
think when
mean,
they have like a cool job and a fun life, then they get a pass a little bit. But the personality, I could not go on a trip with him. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, it wasn't worth sticking through it. I was like, I'd rather take myself and pay for everything than to be stuck with him somewhere. Because he was like, oh, I'm going to Miami in 2 weeks. We could go to dinner out there. He was going to come back the next day. And I was like,
so he thought the date went well.
I can't even do this. He did, but then he ghosted me. And then he said that he's not over his ex. I was like, I went into the date telling you that I didn't want a relationship, and he still tried to flip it on me. I'm like, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh. And it's like you're already on the date where you have
Yeah.
to like see it through.
And another one, he drove 2 hours.
Okay, I was literally, my next question was, did you ever have one that went bad that had to drive the 2 hours home?
Yeah, I feel like that's like the joy that I get out of it when it goes bad. Like, at least you wasted your time.
And then you guys are
wasted
sitting
your
in the
time
car
driving.
silenced.
Well, he picked me up and we went somewhere in my city, so it wasn't a waste for me.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, so you were local.
And I
you
like
didn't
to
have to sit in the
choose
car.
prime days. Like, I will say I'm only available Friday or Saturday just to see if you'll give me your weekend.
Okay,
Because
I like
if they
that.
say no, it's like, oh, not worth a Saturday date.
I love that. I think that's really good. Because yeah, I do feel like guys, especially in like big cities, they are like they do the weekday because they want to
Yeah.
hang out with their friends. So I love it, girl. You stay strong, honestly.
They're just like fun little tests that I do to play games with myself. Like, it makes me laugh and they don't know what's going on. So,
I mean, I love it. I feel like you have
Gotta
to
make
bring these
dating
stories to
fun.
TikTok too. Like,
I'm just such a bad storyteller. It has to be in the moment or else I'll be like, I don't even know where to start.
oh yeah, that is true. Or I think like you're like you have like really funny like short like this happened,
Yeah, I
not
feel
like
like it
long
has
like
to be
stories, but you're so
quick.
funny quick. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll just be like in the middle of the story. I'm like, this isn't even good. Like, and I talk monotone sometimes, so it's just like not interesting.
Yeah, no, your short form stories
Yeah.
literally always
Has to
kill
be in
me.
the moment.
Like if you guys want a laugh, like your TikTok is just it brings me so much joy.
Thank you.
Like just the plumbing men putting together the couch, like even
I wish
like,
I could have recorded them. I just got a sneaky little picture. One of them was
cracking up.
cute too. The other one was older, but one was cute. I was like, yeah, I live here by myself. Independent girl.
I mean, it's hard. Like I live alone too, and just there's so many things that I always do like the task rabbit. I'm just
I've
like
never tried that before.
yeah, I use TaskRabbit for an embarrassing amount of things. Because I'm like, I just
works.
feel like I need to like fix everything all the time. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to
You
do
have
anything.
to get it
so.
done somehow.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Yeah. So, well, what is your like, what do you have excited? Like, what are your dreams, your goals for the rest of this year, next year? I
The
feel like you're
rest of
getting
this
like, you're
year-
getting momentum and now you gotta like blow it
I
up.
feel it too. I'm so excited. Like, you know, when you just don't know what is going to happen, but you're just excited for what's to come. Like, all of the brand deals that have happened have really motivated me. But with my modeling agency, I've been getting a lot of castings for acting, and I had this talk with my agent recently that I am not an actor and I cannot do it. Like, I can't fake it till I make it. Like, I'm just not that type of person, and I literally don't
Wait,
show facial
acting?
expressions. Like, tell me to act surprised, I cannot do it. I don't even
Wait,
do
why
it.
are you getting acting auditions?
Just like commercials and stuff. Like, they'll ask you to act in the casting submission, like, oh, act surprised, act like you're doing this. I cannot do it. So I had this talk with my agent that I was like, I'm really not interested in acting at all, and my main goal is really to get into fashion more. I would love to do like editorial shoots or high fashion modeling, and I would love to work with stylists and do more shoots. I recently did a collab with a hair and makeup artist, and that was my first time getting my hair and makeup done for just a test shoot, and it was so much fun.
It
So
looked so good.
I want to get into doing that more, and maybe one day I'll be invited to Fashion Week. I know it's coming up a little quick right now, so maybe next year, but those are the goals.
Well, with modeling, what about like runway?
There's opportunities in New York, and I'm not sure about like Paris Fashion Week, but there's definitely opportunities. I think I just got started at a time where it was just like too close to it, but I definitely see that happening in the future. And I don't know, I just wouldn't want to pursue acting and lose the focus of what I really want to do, because even though it could be good opportunities or good money, like, that's not my dream, and I'd rather just wait for what I really enjoy doing. So that's my goal.
I mean, yeah, it's like, don't force it. Like, you want to obviously be happy and passionate about whatever it is. And I think there's really cool modeling opportunities. It's just really important to find management who's able to tap into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've gone through a few agencies, and it's just finding which one fits you best. Like, I feel like it's not always that they're a bad agency or anything. It's just like you really need to find which one is going to work best for you and knows how to get you where you need to go. So keep trying. I had a friend tell me, like, oh, you signed to another one already? I'm like, yeah, if it's not working, we're on to the next. Like, I'm not going to stay in an environment that's not working for me.
Well, and I think even, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I think you signing with Zink showed you that sometimes, like, if you're with a wrong agency and then signing, like, you started getting all of these brand deals where you thought that you couldn't get brand deals.
Yeah, I feel
know what I
like
mean?
sometimes there are favorites in any industry, any management company you work with. There's going to be the favorites, the ones that bring them money, that they're close to, maybe they worked with longer. And if they're putting all their focus on them and not giving you the attention you deserve, especially when you're just starting out, then you got to remove yourself. And you literally came at the perfect time. I probably would have been looking around still, but staying there just because I wasn't sure what was possible, but I'm happy with the way it worked out.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Everything happens for a reason. And whenever I sign anyone too, I'm like in divine timing. A lot of people that I even work with, they're like, I didn't even know I could have management, or, you know, I thought I was like too micro, or just all these different stories. And I'm like, everybody is worthy of management. You know, you just have to, obviously, sometimes you'll experience, I don't want to say bad management, but management that's just not a fit.
Yeah, and everyone has different clientele, so maybe they didn't have the right clientele for me or what I needed. So it's just about finding the right fit.
All right, as we wrap up, let's manifest two things. Let's manifest a brand partnership that you would love to work on, and a modeling designer brand that you'd love to model for.
I need a second.
We'll manifest it.
A brand.
Yeah, your dream brand to collab with.
I've seen people work with like the designer perfumes and do campaigns for that. I always wanted to do that because I love perfumes.
Me too. That is cute.
And a modeling job.
Which perfume? Are you thinking like high-end editorial? Like,
yeah, like I love the Dior campaigns. I love YSL perfumes.
Okay, we're manifesting it. Now it's up to me to actually make that happen, though.
Okay, yeah, make it happen. Send you my inspo. For modeling, my goal is really big for modeling. I want to be on the cover of a magazine. I don't know which one, but I'm putting it out there that I want to be on a magazine.
Okay, I love this. I mean, anything is possible, truly. I feel like we're going to look back. You're going to be on some sort of magazine, and we're going to like laugh about this moment. We're going to be like, okay, Lauren really does speak
how
things.
How long it takes to happen.
Will you say like
It could be really quick. Like Kim Kardashian said, I'm the queen of manifesting. See, she didn't get there by being realistic.
That's true.
Like, you have to be delusional.
I believe it. I believe in you. It'll happen. And then the fragrance, I'll bring it back to the team. And we're getting into holiday, which is like the prime time for fragrance, I feel. So.
I love that.
And then last question is, what would you tell your younger self? I get a little deep.
I would tell my younger self that it's all going to work out and to just continue believing in yourself.
I love it. It always works out even better than you imagine.
Sometimes you don't even know how good it could get.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you, girl, for coming on.
It was so fun. I always love our talks.
I know. I feel like we were just
We
like
have so much in
chatting.
common. Yeah.
Until next time, y'all.